Hello, once again, Pokepeeps. Today I'm bringing you some Ultra League matches. Not Premier matches, they are plain old Ultra League where legendaries are allowed to be used. I know I normally use Premier, but there was a legendary I really wanted to use. So starting off the team, I am using an Alolan Muck. It is 86 IV for the Ultra League, so not too shabby. Alolan Muck is a fantastic Pokemon for the Ultra League, because the two top Pokemon you usually see are Giratina and Cresselia. Alolan Muck does pretty good against both of them. Snarl and Dark Pulse will be doing super effective damage, and Sludge Wave is there just in case of like a fairy type. Now, a Charm user wouldn't be ideal for Alolan Muck, but at least you could threaten it out with the Sludge Wave. The second Pokemon I used is Sirfetch'd. I love this Sirfetch'd. I actually have a short video on this channel I love to talk about where I swept an entire team, shield and all, with this Sirfetch'd. This isn't the moveset I used in that video, I believe. I actually used Night Slash in that video. This time I'm using Brave Bird just for that nuke potential. A Brave Bird from a Sirfetch'd will either do a ton of damage or KO most Pokemon. You just gotta know that once you get that debuff, your Sirfetch'd is done. It will be out of there shortly. So I wanted the counter in case of like the steel types. You are seeing Registeels in the Ultra League quite a bit, and Polions. The Leaf Blade is there for the constant Swampers you see. So Sirfetch'd is kind of like my multi-tool Pokemon. But the last Pokemon on the team, which is why I wanted to even do the Ultra League, is my Articuno. You might notice that its stat spread isn't typical for a legendary, because legendaries are usually at least 2-star Pokemon. So how do I have a Articuno that's 94% for Ultra League with an attack stat of 5, defense 11, and stamina 13? This was a trade. This was just a random trade. We hadn't used our special trade. I asked my good friend, hey, you want to just swap Kunos? And we did. And I ended up with this PvP monster. Articuno is very bulky. You don't want to go up against someone with a rock type move, but you don't see them too often. You gotta be wary of like the Machamp rock slides. But other than that, Articuno has been a fantastic lead. Ice Shard gives it a lot of energy really quickly, so you can spam Icy Winds. Icy Winds are like, they're not actually like super weak, so you can actually do some damage to your opponent's Pokemon with them while debuffing their attack. And you got the Hurricane Nuke back there. So this is the Ultra League team. Let's rock. First match up against a Sean. Let's go, Sean. So fantastic matchup. They have a Giratina. Our ice type moves would be super effective. They send out a Lapras, which would wall my Articuno very well. Send out my Sirfetch'd. The counters will be doing super effective damage on that Lapras's ice type. I take that Surf. It takes about half my health. That is just how much of a glass cannon Sirfetch'd is. So I'm gonna shoot a Leaf Blade. They shield. I did extra charge, so there was a chance of a close combat. That is why my opponent shielded. I am also going to shield. I would really like to take out this Lapras if I can. Going in for the second Leaf Blade. It's looking very close. They use a shield. I'm like, uh-oh. Can I get to that Leaf Blade? I just barely make it to that Leaf Blade. They were one tap away from taking out the Sirfetch'd. And we are lagging a bit. I believe my opponent has just quit. They did not like that my Sirfetch'd got to that Leaf Blade. Yep. The Giratina is not moving. Yes, my opponent has quit. So, here's a Brave Bird. Here is what a Brave Bird will do to a Giratina. So how's everybody's day going? Yeah, this guy has definitely rage quit. The Brave Bird did half the health off that Giratina. We're gonna go ahead and go into the next match because I definitely won this one. So how about that first match? Got a rage quit up against Azrael. A Clefable lead. Oh, Clefable is such a defensive wall. I'm not sure how this match is going to go. Clefables have Meteor Mash, so I have to be very cautious of that. I throw an Icy Wind, and they get out of there. They definitely counted when I would get to that Icy Wind, and they send out Empoleon. So out comes my Sirfetch'd to counter this guy. They did get that debuff, but that Drill Peck will still be doing a good amount of damage on my Sirfetch'd. Get to the Leaf Blade. Oh, just short of taking it out, but I'm able to counter it down and get a little bit of energy. So that was fantastic. Would love to get to that Brave Bird, but there's no way I'm getting to that Brave Bird, so I fire a Leaf Blade. Does a pretty nice chunk of damage on that Clefable. Sending back out my Articuno. Still don't want to be Meteor Mashed. So here comes the shield. Oh, and they actually Moonblast. They might have done that for the chance of a debuff. And they quit. Huh. Okay, first two matches, very interesting. People don't seem to want to mess with this team. Next up against Javier. How do you pronounce that? Not sure. So they send out an Obstagoon. This is a not so great matchup for us. They love the run counter and cross chops. They also will always run the Night Slash, which is a problem for us. We're doing neutral damage to each other. The only thing is, all I can really do is Icy Wind here. I would love to hit with a Hurricane if possible. And wow, getting some serious lag. You can see I'm trying to hit the Hurricane. I hit the Icy Wind one time out of panic because I'm not sure what's about to happen here. So the Icy Wind goes through. Perfect. Would have loved to use a Hurricane instead, but I guess I'll have to deal with Icy Wind. Got some more lag. Lag-tastic. Alright, Icy Wind goes through. They get the attack debuff. As you can see, I did get a lot of energy, so my fast attacks were going through during that lag, which means they were getting their fast attacks through too. So they also must have a lot of energy, so I'm about to be bombarded by Night Slashes. If they get that attack debuff, it'll be very bad for us. I'm super hopeful I'd be able to take out this Obstagoon, but nope, I'm definitely going to be taken out. I'm holding on by a thread, but I know they have enough energy. Oh, I saw the Clefable. I tried to get to Icy Wind, but to no avail. So they were able to KO me. So Alolan Muck and Sirfetch'd really don't want anything to do with this Clefable. This is not looking fantastic. Maybe I'd want my Muck to see this Clefable if they had no shields. But the fact that they have two shields, I have to shield bait with that Dark Pulse. I charged up to the Sludge Wave and then used a Dark Pulse. Whew, tough call here. I ended up using that shield. They use Psychic, and then they get the defense drop. That was very smart of them. So here I am going for the Dark Pulse, hoping to get the last shield. I actually do get the last shield, but I think because of that defense drop, I was going to be charmed down, but they don't take the risk. So I fire a Dark Pulse at the Obstagoon to take that out. Out comes my Sirfetch'd into that Clefable. I have one shield left, but it doesn't matter. I am going to be charmed down. Here comes the Leaf Blade. Hopefully it can take out this Clefable. Nope. They're hanging on. That was a good game. Clefable is a powerful wall. Good game, friend. Going into the next match, we have 2 wins, 1 loss. So this is the 4th match. We are up against a Umbreon. XL Umbreon, best buddied. These things are probably the walliest wall of Walltown. And Umbreon will be taking lots and lots of hits. So will my Articuno. Umbreon would definitely be the better wall, but I can keep debuffing this Umbreon. So we kind of are at a stalemate, but I'm not getting debuffed. So gonna keep firing my Icy Winds over and over. You can tell my opponent is storing up their energy, so I'm kind of expecting a swap out. There it is. And they send out a Swampert. Okay, so if I can just touch it with a Leaf Blade, this Swampert will be KO'd. I expect the shield here because they have a bunch of energy they haven't touched. There is the shield. Oh, I'm able to sneak in a counter right before they get to their Hydro Cannon. There's the Hydro Cannon. I shield it up because I know I can get that Leaf Blade really quickly. Ooh, they actually get to the next Hydro Cannon before I do. I shield it up. There's the Hydro Can. Will they use their last shield on my Leaf Blade? I overcharge just a little bit. Nah, they decided to use their last shield. Can my Sirfetch'd survive this Hydro Can? Because I will get to that Leaf Blade very quickly. I hold on just barely, and they swap. That was very smart of them. I will not take out that Swampert, but I will probably revenge KO this Umbreon. I actually tried to switch to Alolan Muck there to catch this foul play, but I guess we CMP tied. So down goes the Sirfetch'd. I reconsider. I'm like, you know, I'm going to send out Articuno now because I really wanted the Muck to catch the foul play. If it can't catch the foul play, I didn't really want it out there. So I'm going to charge up from the Umbreon. Down it goes. Who is coming out? Is it Swampert or whoever they have in the back? What is coming out? It's a Psychic type. It's Cresselia. Alright, without a shield, I'm going right into a Hurricane. Cresselia is another very wally Pokemon. I send out my Alolan Muck. I get to the Dark Pulse. I do not want this Swampert to be getting to a Hydro Can, or even worse, an Earthquake would take out my Muck. Alright, so Dark Pulse the Swampert out of there. Here comes the Cresselia using a Moonblast. So that will do neutral damage because it is a fairy move and I am Dark Poison. Get to my Dark Pulse, which will be doing super effective. Luckily, I didn't get any debuff from that Moonblast. It's looking very good for me, but they do get to their next move. This Moonblast shouldn't KO my Muck, but I have to be careful of how quickly they can charge up to a Grass Knot. A Grass Knot at this level of health on my Muck might be enough to take it out, so I don't play any games and I fire that Dark Pulse as quickly as I possibly can. Taking the third win. Good game. Last match up against Justice Beaver. We got a great matchup for us here. A Giratina up against my Articuno. And they substitute a Poliwrath. So if I could touch it with a Hurricane, that would be stupendous. I am expecting a Dynamic Punch here. So I shield up. Actually wouldn't have been like super bad, but I wouldn't have enjoyed it. So I am trying to fake out a shield using an Icy Wind, charging up to the Hurricane. And they actually call my bluff. They did not shield my Icy Wind. So I bring out my Sirfetch'd, hopefully to Leaf Blade the Poliwrath. Here comes the Dynamic Punch, does about half health of my Sirfetch'd. I overcharge just a tiny bit, fire the Leaf Blade, and I get that shield this time. Would have much preferred if you use that shield on the Icy Wind, sir. I'm going to let this go through. It was just an Ice Punch, so I'm able to survive. They substitute Giratina, saving their Poliwrath and a shield. They're going to be able to take this Leaf Blade no problem. Sirfetch'd goes down. Gonna send out my Alolan Muck. So I sent out Alolan Muck because it will resist... actually, does Dark resist Ghost? Not sure on that one. I'll check back on that. I sent out the Alolan Muck because I can do stab damage with the Dark Pulse. I am taking these Dragon Claws like a champ. I overcharge a bit just in case they want to swap out. I want to make sure I have energy if I need it. Would love to hit a Fairy type with a Sludge Wave if that's what they got back there. I'm not going to touch my shields. Hopefully I can snarl this Giratina down. So here I have to make a choice, because I have a bunch of energy, and I decide to let the Alolan Muck go down. Which, honestly might have been the downfall. I probably should have used that shield, because then I would have had a Muck with a bunch of energy on what was left of his team. I used the last of my shields to try and Ice Shard my Poliwrath down. Their Poliwrath down, excuse me. There's a Dynamic Punch. It does a good chunk of damage. And they send out a Lapras. Well, this is not a great matchup anymore. Definitely should have used a shield on that Muck. Also, if they hadn't called my bluff early on with the Hurricane, Icy Wind, and that Poliwrath, this might have been different. I could have Hurricaned that Poliwrath and probably one-hit KO'd it. But yeah, now I'm just going down the ship. I'm giving them a fight. Maybe somehow, some way, I could take this win. There's the Ice Beam. They let me take down their other Pokemon. How nice of them. And down I go. So a great match. So yeah, I got 3 wins. This is quite the great team. Definitely enjoy it. Ooh, Stunfisk encounter. Lovely. Articuno is a fantastic lead, especially because of Giratina's run around. You just gotta be careful. We didn't see it this time of like Registeel's and Melmetal leads. We do have that Sirfetch'd back there to help us with that. So thank you for joining me tonight for these Ultra League matches. If you enjoyed this match, maybe you should go check out another Ice-type match I was using in the Ultra League, an XL'd Piloswine. I've had a lot of luck using Mamoswine in the Master League, so I thought maybe I should try out Piloswine. So I XL'd one, tried it out in Ultra League. Go check out that video. Thank you for joining me tonight again. Happy hunting, Pokepeeps.